What's the today's topic?
Today's topic is in the procure to pay. Okay, so in
And
yesterday,
Mr. Omkar, can you share this topic to topic
yeah,
by,
Excel.
Excel sheet. Okay, so let me do one thing at the end of the session. In the session
yes,
itself, like I'll take your mail IDs and I'll mail you before we drop for today.
okay, thanks.
Okay, yeah. So here in procure to pay, yesterday we understood from purchase requisition until vendor payment. Okay, you understood the process. Now there is return process also associated to it. If in case you want to make a return, okay, like how do you do that? Okay, the procedure for return. So whenever your purchase order is fully built, you will see a button called authorize return. Okay, on that purchase order, you click on that button. Okay, uh, so like always go on to the standard form. So this is called vendor return authorization. Okay, this here you can log the details of the return. Okay, that like okay, automatically the item will be sourced that you want to return from your purchase order. So how much would you want to return? I would just want to return the 5 units. Okay, because like I found them to be damaged and all. So because of those reasons. Okay, and the rate at which I had purchased was $500. Total it is okay, going to $2,500. Okay, so from which location are you making the return? It's like Boston, US. So mentioning the location as well. Okay. So now over here, I'll save it. Okay. So now if this is well within the terms and conditions of return of the vendor, okay, you can click on the approve return. So the status will change from pending approval to pending return. Okay. So now what happens is that, okay, like you will pending return, so you will click on the return button. So with this you will land on to the record called item fulfillment. That is, you will fulfill this order back to the vendor. So over here, okay, in the item fulfillment, just remember that you need to change the form to standard form. So in the item fulfillment, okay, over here you will just make sure that like all the details are appropriate and the fulfill checkbox is checked. Okay, and then you will just save it. So now once you save it, right, okay, that means this item has been moved out of your inventory and you have shipped it to the vendor's location. So now since this item has moved out of the inventory, okay, your inventory also has to be updated. Okay, so over here we'll open the item. Under purchasing and inventory, now you see it was 100, it got updated to 95 because this is now moved out of the inventory. Okay, so now you'll click on the credit button. Okay, well, that is like when vendor will credit the amount, we'll record it over here. Okay, so this will adjust the accounting books. Okay, so there will be, okay, you land onto the bill credit page. Okay, over here, okay, you will receive the amount back to this account, accounts payable. The amount is 2,500 rupees. Okay, you just check, you'll check all the details and you, okay, there is location. Now the bill credit is updated. Okay. So now I'll go to the GL impact and I'll show you the posting of the transaction will be yes. Okay. So this is with respect to okay your return process. Okay. So any questions in this?
No.
Any questions?
Oh,
Okay.
so there is an approval, right? Who are going to be approved that? Like
So that will be purchasing manager and or someone from the purchasing department who will approve it.
not us, right?
No, not us. I mean, it will be a client's job, okay, but it is like you need to see if you are into consulting, right? It is your client's job to do it. If you are working as an in-house NetSuite consultant, then like it is, yet it is not your job. It is the purchasing department job, not your job. Okay. So yeah, now since we have done the procure to pay, I'll okay, and with that we have procured the item. Item is present in the inventory. Now I'll discuss with you order to cash so that you will understand how the item that we have procured, how it is sold. Okay, so the first step in order to cash is the quotation. Okay, so you again go to transactions, sales, prepare quotes.
Voice is not clear for me. Is it only for me or with you also, Javed?
Okay, Javed, is it like
Yes,
uh,
clear. Voice is clear.
okay?
Okay, okay, fine, fine. I'll check if I talk.
Okay. So over here, okay, so quotation, like you guys must be aware of it, like wherever and okay, anywhere we go, if you want to buy something, we'll get a quotation, wherein the quotation will have details about the item, the price, the rate at which like you have agreed to sell it to customer and all of those details. Okay, so likewise, you will create a quotation for your customer. Okay, you'll select the customer here. Say your customer is Mido Industries. Okay, and now here I okay, we'll select the item. Say the item over here, since we have procured this item. Okay, I'm showing this, I'm selling this item to this customer. Okay, we have procured $500, we are selling it at $700. Amount is $7,000. Okay, and I'll add it. Okay, so this is like, I guess, okay, and with this I'll save the quotation. So quotation is ready for the customer. Okay, so wherein like you have given all the details about the product and all, and like you have agreed upon a price and everything. Okay, now once customer agrees, okay, to purchase it, this you will convert these quotations to a sales order. So sales order is that okay, okay, what happens over here is that the sales order is generated wherein you have committed to the customer that like you are selling this particular product at agreed okay rate, okay, and agreed amount of units. Okay, so now over here you will check all the details. If there is anything you feel that has to be changed, you can make the changes. Okay, so you just check all the details here. If everything is okay and good, you just go ahead. Okay, you from here pending approval, you do the pending fulfillment. That means you are approving this order. This order is approved, and you save it. So now the status of the sales order will be pending fulfillment. That means now, okay, you have to ship this particular item to the customer's location. So for that, you will get onto the item fulfillment. Okay, so over here you see the fulfill button. You click on the fulfill button. With this you land on to the item fulfillment, the record you have just seen in the return process of procure to pay. So whenever you have to ship somewhere, you always use item fulfillment. Whenever you are receiving the products into inventory, you always use item receipt. Okay, so over here in item fulfillment, okay, you pick the product, okay, from the inventory, whether you set the status as picked, then and you save it, and then when it is packed, you change the status to packed, and when it is ready to be okay, packed, you just make sure that all the details are okay, good. Over here, okay, you just check location, and you mention it as shipped here. Okay. Why is the location? Oh, okay. This is a little strange. Like, why? Uh, why is the location not showing up? But I want to ship it. Just a moment, guys. Yeah. So guys, like I'll tell you the reason what happened. There was some issue with other subsidiary, US one, okay, which was created by someone. So I used a parent subsidiary because this is a well configured subsidiary. Okay. So okay, because the locations come based on the subsidiary that is mentioned. So I was selecting a customer, subsidiary sourced based on the customer. So I sourced the customer and eventually the parent subsidiary came. So I'm selecting Boston, US location here, and our item Mac. Okay, so match from that. Open. Yeah. So we are selling 10 units to them. Okay. Add. I'm doing pending fulfillment, which is approving the order. The status is set to pending fulfillment. Now the next thing is we'll fulfill the order. This item fulfillment, which I was showing you guys. Okay. Standard item fulfillment. So over here, okay, Boston US location will be automatically sourced. Okay, so once this is shipped, okay, you change the status to shipped and save it. So now the okay, you'll click on bill. So this is the invoice, okay, that you once the item is shipped, okay, I'll show you here like the count now is 95, okay. So once this is refreshed, okay, since it is shipped, now the inventory has to be updated again. So the count should come down to 85. So the count came down to the 85, okay, and then I clicked on bill to generate the invoice, okay, to the customer for the item we have sold to the customer, okay. And this is the account in which we will be receiving the payment, okay. All of the other information is mentioned over here, okay. So let me, okay, so then you'll save it. So now based on the invoice what you will be sending to the customer, okay, the customer will do the payment, okay, and that payment you will be recording over here in the NetSuite. So once the invoice, okay, is saved, the invoice will be in the status as open, okay. Now over here you will click on the accept payment button. When you accept the payment, okay, you just check all the details and you make sure your invoice is applied to this payment, okay, and once everything is good, you just confirm and record the payment here in NetSuite. So you have successfully received the payment against the item you have sold to the customer Preston Inc. Okay. Now here in the GL impact, I'll show you that the posting of the transaction is yes. Okay. In the accounts receivable, the amount is being credited from the customer. Okay. So this is with respect to your order to cash. So any questions, any doubts over here? No questions. All good.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Soumya, anything from your else?
I said I have no questions.
Okay. So as of now, you have again understood about selling the product. Now, customer might also return the product. So when the return is done, okay, there's a procedure to accept the return. Okay. So let's go to the sales order we created. Again, like a purchase order, on sales order, you will find a button called authorize return. So when you click on the authorize return, there you were landing on vendor return authorization. Here you will be landing on return authorization. These two are separate forms. Okay. Okay, so like this is the return authorization form. Here, like the details of the return will be recorded and the quantity that is going to be returned. So here, like two of the units are going to be returned. Okay, so okay, this return is logged over here in NetSuite. That customer is looking for to return this product. Okay, this is the customer, and the product that he's returning is this. Quantity that he's returning is this, and we might have to credit back this amount to the customer. Okay, so here the sales department will check everything and they'll approve the return. Otherwise, if it's not in the terms and conditions, they cancel the return. So now the status of this return authorization will change from pending approval to pending receipt. Okay, then customer will send the item back to your warehouse location. So when it reaches at the doorstep of your warehouse, you inspect the product that it is in good condition, and like you just check if it is in your terms and conditions. Then if so, okay, so like this is the item receipt. Okay, so you just check the details over here. Okay, so if everything is good with respect to this, you confirm it. So the moment you confirm it, again the inventory record gets updated, because now this is going to again present physically in your inventory. So over here your okay, quantity on hand is 85. So now I will refresh this, and your quantity on hand will start will be updated to 87. Okay, so that means you have received the item back from the customer. So with this, you'll again go to here, you'll find a return authorization link. You will go on this link again. Okay, and then here there's status as pending refund. You'll click on the refund. With this, you'll land onto credit memo. Then here in the credit memo, okay, that is refund. Okay, so this is also called as credit memo. Okay, standard way. So now over here you'll check all the details. Okay, and if everything is fine, if everything, save it and confirm that you have refunded the amount back to the customer. Okay, so this is how is your return process that is associated with respect to the okay, selling of with respect to the with respect to you selling a product to the customer. Okay, that was in the procurement side. This is to the O2C side. Okay, so now any questions, any doubts over here?
No.